All right, guys, it's time to do a week 4 reaction. So we're gonna get to it. So by the way, before I get started, don't forget to put a thumbs up to like the video, subscribe to my channel more option, and comment down your opinion below to see what you think of my week 4 reactions and see which teams you think is gonna do better and which teams you think will move forward. So yeah. So let's get things started here. Now I want to talk about the Vikings versus Steelers game. Now this game was very insane that morning. I got up around I think it was like a little after 8:30 when I got up and watched this game. Now, this game right here, it was fun to watch. Um, you know, I want to talk about the positives and negatives I saw from this game. Now, I like how the way the Steelers played as an offense so far. I mean, DK Metcalf had a good game. He had an amazing game for from his stats. He had 126 yards, 5 catches, and a touchdown. Um, they ran the ball better than the Vikings. They were able to pass the ball better than them. But all of a sudden, on the other side, Carson Wentz had some nice throws at the end where he threw for over 300 passing yards, and he was terrible though for like 2 interceptions and all that. Yeah, and all of a sudden, the Vikings couldn't run the ball, and also in that game, I thought the Steelers defense sacked Carson Wentz 7 times. Like they sacked him 7 times against the Vikings. Like the Vikings really were missing pieces on the offensive line, and all of a sudden, the Steelers, defense found a way to step up big. So yeah, and the game was a little close at the end, like it was. But all of a sudden, the Vikings would have at least had a chance to win this game, though. I mean, they could have, though. I mean, if they didn't really come up short, they would have had a chance to win this game. So, yeah. So it was a good game by them. I mean, the Vikings could have. I mean, they could have won, but all of a sudden they had a turnover. Is either a turnover late in the game or something, which I don't really know. So yeah. So good win by the Steelers so far, and also, Vikings, are gonna be traveling again. We're gonna see what happens. Now I want to talk about the Eagles versus Bucks game. Now this game was pretty decent. Um, the Eagles did win, I believe so. So I believe they won. So yeah, which it was pretty good. The Eagles did win, I think, by 1 touchdown. So yeah, they did win by 6 points. Now I like how the way the Eagles played as a team. I thought their defense played a lot better. Offensively, they looked pretty good. But I really have some concerns about the passing game. I feel like the passing game needs to be a little better though. Now the Eagles passing game did struggle with Bowles blitzes. Hurts, did not look good. He was making a couple throws. Like the Eagles did not run the ball. Like I thought the Bucks ran the ball better than them. Now I like how the way the Bucks played as an offense at the end. Like they scored late, and the game was pretty close. Now the one thing I want to say about the Eagles is, now the Bucks ran the ball better than them, and Baker Mayfield outplayed Jalen Hurts, which he did. And all of a sudden, I really thought that the Bucks, would have gotten blown out, but all of a sudden, the Eagles defense found a way. I mean, they found a way to at least come out with the victory here, because the Eagles were up by a lot of points, and all of a sudden the Bucks nearly catched up, but the game was really over by then when they scored a touchdown late, because the score is 31-25, something like that. So yeah, so basically, So yeah, yeah. So basically, it was a good win by Philly. You know, the Bucks are beat up with some injuries. So yeah, it's a good win by Philly so far. Ooh, now I want to talk about the Giants upsetting the Chargers. Now the Giants upset the Chargers. Now this is how the Giants upset the Chargers. Now here's the thing: how the way the Giants did upset the Chargers. Now the Giants kind of started fast though. Um, the Giants passing game was not great. Herbert did play Jackson Dart, but all of a sudden, Herbert was terrible. Like, he only had one touchdown for two interceptions. He was 23 41, 203 passing yards. Um, the Chargers kind of ran the ball a little bit. I feel like they're starting to get their run game going. Hampton looked pretty good. Um, their receivers are looking decent. So yeah, so basically their receivers are looking pretty decent. So so yeah, I like how the way the Chargers are moving the ball, and I like how the way they're running the ball. So yeah, on the other side, the Giants, ran the ball a little, was running the ball a little bit. They were starting to get their run game going. The Chargers defense played really good. I mean, the Chargers would have had a chance to win this game, but all of a sudden their defense, because I thought their defense played like really good. The Giants had two sacks. So basically, the Giants had more first downs. Um, if we would have thought about that, the Giants offense, which I thought they could have though. So yeah, so I did not like what the Chargers did so far. Like, now the Giants, I did not really like how the way they really play. I mean, it was a low scoring game. Defenses were very competitive though. I didn't really expect the Giants to win this game, but the Chargers, beat it themselves in that game. Like, the Chargers, offensively, they did everything what they did, but they couldn't really get enough points to score 20 because of turnovers and all that. So yeah, so good win by the Giants. They just gonna get better on offense, passing the ball a little more. So yeah, I mean Jackson Dart seemed like he. Now the question is, can Jackson Dart save this team? Like we just don't really know yet. So yeah, so good win by the Giants. Okay, I want to talk about the Jags versus 49ers. Now, this game right here was really, really good, like so far. The Jags won 26-21. And here's the thing. The one thing I'm just concerned about the 49ers is that, they have four turnovers in this game. Like basically the offense was struggling to get things going. Like I was like, what's going on with this Niners team, dude? Like this Niners team is acting like they can't really do nothing. Like basically offensively, they they basically can't run the football. Um the chemistry is just not working there. Like they just gotta get the chemistry going offensively. I mean, Ricky Pearsall has been looking good. Jawan James been beat up with an injury. No Kittle, no Ayuk. Like who you got now? I mean, you got only got a few receivers left. Like now I'm more concerned now because now Purdy's might not play this week. Either Ricky Pearsall or Juwan Jennings. All these might not play. So now their offense is looking a lot thin. The defense should not be in a situation as well because the defense has been pretty good lately. But the offense is just not playing as good as it should be. Like, it's totally average. Like, their offense shouldn't be ranked that high. I mean, their offense is not even playing as good as they should be. And the defense, at the end of the day, needs to score points, I guess. But there were times where the defense could be soft at times. But they need to do a better job taking away the football. And the Jags, find a way to capitalize that. Because their defense, they couldn't find a way to at least, like the defense couldn't find a way. Like, Jags defense played really good because they found a way to, like, get a stop. And they wasn't able to run. Like, their defense has been playing very good lately because they've been forcing turnovers. They've been stopping the run. I mean, their pass defense is not playing as good as it should be, but Brock Purdy has some nice throws at the end. So, yeah. I mean, the Niners should have at least won that game, though, because they had a chance, but the turnovers really cost them. I'm just saying. I mean, I know the Niners are dealing with so many injuries, though. I know they're beat up, but they would have been 4-0 right now if their offense, if they would have got it going. So, yeah. So, good win by Jacksonville so far. We're going to see what San Francisco is going to do. All right, now I want to talk about the Bears versus Raiders because this was an awesome game so far. Now, the Raiders could have at least won this game against the Bears. Like, they should, though. Like, they should have won against the Bears. Now, here's why. Because, because the Bears, I just really like how the way, the Raiders played. Now, I thought the Raiders ran the ball better than the Bears. Like, I thought they got the Raiders got their run game going. Like, I was impressed by the Raiders' running game a little bit because they got Genty going. Because Genty had 21 carries for 138 rushing yards and a touchdown. And Genty only had a receiving touchdown as well. He only had 2, which he only had 3 touchdowns. I mean, that was an awesome game for Genty, though. I mean, I like how the way the Raiders are using him. Now they're using more in the running and passing game. I like that. I like how the way they did it. I mean, the Raiders ran for 200 yards. So, yeah, they found a way to do it. And all of a sudden, Geno Smith had 3 interceptions, and he didn't really play that good. I mean, Caleb was the more mature quarterback than Geno because he was being precise with the ball. But, yeah, we know the Bears can run the ball, and we know the Raiders ran the ball better. But the Bears still won that game, though. The only reason why the Bears won that game is because here's the thing. The Bears were up 25-24, and all of a sudden they blocked the field goal, and that allowed the Bears to win. That was a good win for the Bears. I mean, I like how the way the Bears are playing for these last 2 weeks. I mean, their defense has been playing lights out, and their offense is starting to play better. And, they just got to get the run game going a little bit. I mean, you got to give Ben Johnson credit, give the defense credit. I mean, the Raiders, they're totally in trouble right now. I don't know what's going on with Las Vegas. I mean, Geno Smith is not playing as good. And offensively, they're not looking good right now. So yeah. So, good win by the Bears so far. I mean, the Bears, they're looking to take the next step. They looking to be a great team. I mean, they're looking for the playoffs while the Raiders could be on a downfall. I mean, there's still a good chance that both teams can make the playoffs, though. So, yeah, I mean, good win by both teams. I mean, good win by the Bears so far. Now, this next game I want to talk about, I want to say the Ravens stink. Now, the Ravens did stink. Now, the reason why I'm saying about the Ravens is that, now the Ravens defense is now costing them the game. The one thing is the problem is it's the Ravens defense. Because the Ravens defense has been very, very bad lately for 2 straight weeks. Like, I don't know what's going on because the Ravens defense, they cannot stop the run and they cannot, stop the pass. Like, the Ravens defense has been bad lately. It's, bad like the Cowboys defense. Like, the Ravens defense, they are, the Ravens defense has not been good lately. What they're doing defensively is that they're not getting stops like they should be. They're giving up so many big plays. They're not stopping the run. We see them got ran over by the Lions last week, and now you got beaten by the Chiefs. Now here's the thing. Now as you look at it though. Now the Ravens offense is pretty good. Like they're running the ball, they're throwing the ball. Basically Mahomes, Now I really thought, yeah, I like how. I mean, I don't know what's going on with the Ravens defense because this defense is not playing as good as it should be. Basically, they're not stopping to run the pass. Offense playing really good. They're throwing the ball. They're running the ball. I mean, now the defense is suffering so many injuries because Marlon Humphrey left with an injury. Nate Wiggins left with an injury. Now Lamar got hurt. So now the Ravens defense is hitting the injury bug. Now the Ravens hitting the injury bug. It's similar like the Niners are. Because now we don't know if Lamar's going to play. And we just don't know this team's going to go anywhere. Because now this Ravens team look injured. Because I don't know what's going on with Baltimore. Because Baltimore looks injured than you think they are. Because now they got the worst. Because now they basically got the worst defense. It's not as bad as Dallas, but it's been very bad lately. Because I feel like Zachary Orr's biggest problem because he's not been doing a good job with the defense because he's calling different blitzes. He's calling the size coverages and all that. So what does Zachary Orr do? What does he do? You know, what does he do? What does he do to at least aggressively attack? What he's not doing defensively is he's not doing nothing special defensively. But here's the thing, because you gotta stop the run. Because what you could do to your pass rushers now, because now they don't got Manamuke. So what is the defense supposed to do? Like your edge rushers supposed to be doing though, defensively though. Because right now the defense is not playing as good as it should be. And like I said, because you gotta stop the run and you gotta stop the pass. Because if you don't do these things, you're totally in trouble though. You're totally in trouble if you don't do these things. Because the Ravens, they're because the Ravens, we gotta put some of their defenders on the edge. We gotta put their corners somewhere there. Because the Ravens, they have trouble covering, Xavier Worthy and Monroe St. Brown. You can't cover them with your corners. They're So they're kind of washed there. So yeah, so basically you can't stop the run unless you crowd the box, and you can't cover unless you put everybody in coverage. Because when you play the run, you have to put everybody in the box, and when you're in coverage, you got to put everybody in coverage. Because if you don't do these things defensively, they're gonna get pushed around. We see them got pushed around by the Chiefs, and now they got pushed around by the Lions, and then you got pushed around by the Bills. Now I want to talk about the Derrick Henry fumbles because Derrick Henry has fumbled twice. Like, he has to clean it up because he did it against the Bills. Now he did it against the Lions. Like, it's been ridiculous. Like the same thing about the Ravens. Every time when they get a lead, they always come up short and they always collapse for some reason. Like, they always do that because they should have beat the Bills and they should have beat the Lions though. And the reason why they should have won those games because they. But you mean like they shouldn't though? Like, they should have. So yeah, so basically, this game should have been a lot closer than we expected to. But the Chiefs went out and blew them out because the Ravens were a little sloppy, and the Ravens couldn't even do much to come back. So yeah, so you might as well give the Chiefs credit. They did really good on both sides of the ball, but the Ravens got questions though. They got to fix their defense. Like, Jackie Orr, like, if he doesn't get this fixed, then he's probably gonna say they're going to move on. So yeah, good win by the Chiefs so far. I mean, Ravens, they're in trouble now, and they're sitting at 1-3 right now, and we just don't really know what they're gonna do. I mean, they look done to me. Like, I don't even know if this team's gonna go anywhere to the Super Bowl, especially with the injury they have on the defensive side of the ball, and with Lamar being hurt. And now they're saying Lamar could totally miss time, but hope that's not the case. But we'll probably see about that. But good win by the Chiefs so far. Now I want to talk about the Packers versus Cowboys game. Now, I thought this game was really good so far. It was like one of the best games that we ever saw of the week so far. Now I want to talk about the Cowboys, about the Packers on both teams. Now, I thought the Cowboys looked pretty good offensively without CeeDee Lamb. Like, basically, I didn't really think the Cowboys were going to be able to score that many points without CeeDee Lamb. But you know what? They found a way to do it though. They found a way to do it in this game. So yeah. So yeah, I like how the way the Cowboys played as an offense so far. I mean, they played really good offensively, and the Packers looked at pretty good offensively too. Now, defenses were very bad. Now, we know Dallas defense has the worst in football, but the Packers defense is better though. But both teams had one sack, and the Cowboys offensive line, they were able to handle Parsons. I like how the way they was able to double team him and all that. I like how the way the offensive line played. I liked how the way the Packers offense play. Like, both teams able to run the ball. I mean, Dallas is running the ball really well. They're passing the ball really well. They got the number one offense in the NFL. And Dak Prescott looked like he's the best quarterback right now. Because, Dak Prescott is playing really good right now. And, the Packers, they're running the ball better, and their defense is playing a lot better too. But the defense did not look great because here's the thing: both teams were tied because they were both teams were tied in this game, and all of a sudden, both red zone offenses were really good, but their both red zone defenses were really bad. Because here's the thing: the game went back and forth so far because a lot of teams didn't have to punt because they were good offensively and all that. So yeah, so basically, great win by I mean, it was a tie though. I mean, you can say that both teams won, but both teams did not win though. But I didn't really expect a tie. I mean, the Packers would have at least won. Romeo Dobbs had a night. He had like 3 touchdowns, and he was able to step up. They was able to get Golden going. Like, yeah, they was able to do that. So yeah, I mean, Cowboys just need to get better defensively. Packers, defense, it's been good for 3 weeks, but now their defense is not really played as well. So against the Cowboys, because Cowboys was really throwing all over them. Like Dak had a good game, and so was Jordan Love had a good game. The numbers for the passing yards really matched. So yeah, so it was good win by it was a good win by you can say both teams won and all that, but it was a good win by both teams. Kind of a good loss by both teams. Yeah. So it was an awesome game so far, especially in overtime. So yeah. Well, those are all my week 4 reactions for this week. Thank you guys for watching. And don't forget, if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comments section below what you guys think about my week 4 reactions. Well, this is Emmanuel Jones. We're a big fan. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace.